In this video, we're going to go over how to use GoHighLevel for your AI agency. And I'm going to go through a snapshot that we use that I have put in the link below for you to use. And if you don't have GoHighLevel already, sign up through our 14-day free trial below. When you sign up, I will get a kickback from GoHighLevel, so it'll really help us out a lot. But nonetheless, let's get started. So whenever you go into GoHighLevel, obviously the most amount of features is done through the computer. So when you go through through GoHighLevel, you want to type in is app.gohighlevel.com. The mobile app is also available for GoHighLevel. I don't necessarily use it to build out any automations, more so for me to look at the leads and use it as a CRM on my phone. So from here, what you have is a agency dashboard. So from here, you can create sub-accounts. And on this left side, these are all the settings that you can manage as through an agency account, right? And here, the most important part, I'll go through one by one. You have agency dashboard. You connect your Stripe to see how much you're making. I haven't put that there. Prospecting allows you to use their plan as a feature that they have to get clients. I don't use it necessarily. Sub-accounts looks at all the sub-accounts that you've had, that you have created, look at specific snapshots that you have. And from here, you can create a sub-account, right? So here you can use a snapshot template from what they have. You can use some of my own snapshots or imported snapshots that other people have. And yeah, so once you import our snapshot, what you do is you import it into your account, and then you're going to go to imported snapshots, and then you're going to click on client snapshot, right? So now from here, the next part, yeah, obviously all the account snapshots. You can look at the ones here. You can create one as well. You can even sell snapshots if you want. There's a lot of free ones available out there and for you to create yourself. So that over time, as you bring on new clients, you can just reuse one snapshot over and over again. Reselling, you don't really need to worry about anything here, because unless you have the SaaS plan, I'm not really reselling anything. These are add-ons that you can add within the app. Don't worry about it. It's the affiliate portal for the affiliates that you've had. I've had just a couple affiliates. There's a template library here that you can go to, that you can take a look at, templates for different funnels, and you can copy paste for you to use, but I'm not going to worry about that. And partners, here again, don't worry about it. Something else. University, you can learn a lot of things here. Go to GoHighLevel University, and you can look at different forums, people teaching different things, learn different things. The good thing about GoHighLevel, it's really easy to reach their support, and pretty much within like an hour, you can get in touch with someone. They're going to screen share with you and go through all the entire processes, right? So if you have a technical issue, you can always reach GoHighLevel support within one day, and that's something that I really enjoy about this platform. SaaS education, we'll just skip through all these. They're really not that important. App Marketplace, if you have a app that you want to use with GoHighLevel, we use WAV Dialer for my appointment setting teams, and so we download the app here and then we use it, right? But the biggest thing here is your settings, right? So when you create a GoHighLevel account, you want to add all your information, more about your company. Here you can look at the team members that you have and all their information. From here, you can add a user. So type in the first name, last name, look at the advanced settings that they have, and then what are their roles and permissions, right? If they have agency level access, then they can see the same viewpoint that you have, right? If it is account, you must select them to a specific account, right, sub-account. And then you either give them a user role or an admin. Admin allows them to make changes to the automation, all those things. So if you have other team members, employees, give them agency access if you like, or if you want to limit them. Agency users, they can go to any sub-account, right, or you can restrict access. If you're just adding someone to a particular sub-account and want them to not mess around with anything, I would just account user, and then select the sub-account that you want to add them to. Right, and once you add it, they're going to get an email from GoHighLevel, and they're going to be able to create a password and log in with the email that you've set up for them. So billing is added when you have your payment methods here. Look at your account that you have. I actually need to update my billing today. But really, this is what you want to be looking at. There is like if you need any API keys here, you can generate them for any specific clients. But the part that you'll be going to the most is you'll be going to your team to add people. You're going to fill out your information on your company, on your billing, and all these other things are just added bonuses, right? So what's next, right? So you set up GoHighLevel and you want to take it to the next step. Maybe you're onboarding your client or you just want to play around with some of the automations. First thing that we'll take a look at is the snapshot. So the one that I've created is called HVAC client template, right? HVAC, I just put HVAC because I ran an HVAC agency working with HVAC business owners. So now that I've clicked into a sub account, it's going to take me into the sub account. We have a dashboard where there's nothing going on here because I've not integrated any data from Meta, or we don't have any leads, anything here. But this is the dashboard where you can kind of see everything, right? So here you can maneuver the dashboard to how you want it to look. I don't really go here look too much. But the conversations here is I've connected our Facebook page to this account by accident, Facebook and Instagram. But here, the conversations tab is where you're going to see all the conversations with all your leads, right? Through phone, you can connect Meta, Facebook, and Instagram, and be able to see and automate all the conversations that you have right here. So you're going to be able to see the contact name, their information, and be able to see where this is coming from. Right? You can see all the conversations that you're having, the page and the place that it's having. And so this is where you can see the conversations between leads. All right, calendar is where you can create a calendar booking for customers or yourself to take place of Calendly. So you don't even need if you have GoHighLevel, you don't need to purchase Calendly. You can create a calendar for yourself. Choose a booking type, let's say personal booking, put yourself, you can create a link, and you can have the same thing as a Calendly calendar. Sorry, I'm not going to do this too much, but you don't need to buy Calendly. If you want to set up meetings and you want to set up integrations, you want to do Google Meets, you want to do Zoom, you can set up all the integrations that you need right here. So you can connect to Google Calendar, obviously to check for your availability. Some Calendly if you want, it's kind of redundant, but most importantly, I would connect to Google Calendar and Zoom, right? Either two, whatever you'd like to use. So once you have a way for people to book meetings with you, contacts is where you're going to see all the leads, right? All their contact information, be able to go through leads. Right now I'm connecting to Instagram, obviously, but here you can add contacts manually, or you can import and export contacts from another database, right? And so here is an extension to where you can see all the contacts, sort different contacts, and be able to delete or add people, right? The most important here is the opportunities tab. Here is where we have a CRM of all the leads. And so this is the pipeline that I have for my sales is a lead is in, there's a follow-up assigned, there's needs follow-up 2. In each of these stages, they're getting a message. So what I have on default here is I think we have like a 14-day messaging sequence to text and email where every couple of days we're sending them a message, responded, lead sent replied, appointment booked. All these different pipelines, every opportunity tab here has a specific automation or a trigger, right? So this pipeline itself, I call it the sales pipeline. You can edit the pipeline yourself here, create a pipeline for yourself, and set up the stages that you would like, right? So from here, this is the stages that I have, and you can edit it to your own viewing pleasure. So from here, really what's next is you don't want to be overwhelmed with so many things. These are from payments. This is where you can have contracts sent. You can create payment links, all these things. I do all my payments on Stripe. Outside of this, contracts and documents. This is a great way for you to not, again, have to sign up for another software like DocuSign. You can use, GoHighLevel, there's no DocuSign here, and you can import a document and annotate a document where you want people to sign and store everything here, which is super great. AI agents, of course, here you can set up a voice agent. Conversational AI is you can set up a conversational AI in a knowledge base to prompt how you want an AI agent to text or call people. There's different templates that you can actually use from other people as well. Some cost money, some don't. I don't necessarily use this too much. And through an app marketplace, you can see other apps that you can integrate with GoHighLevel to use as well. Marketing here is if you do any social media management, do any email marketing, you can use this tab. I don't use this platform here, but the main one that you're going to be going, so let's say you want to create a funnel, right? So let's say you want to create a landing page for people to go to, or like even a website, and you can create a website here. So start creating a funnel. You can start it from blank, or you can use it with AI. Let's say like I want to use a template. Let's say I am an agency, and you can build your website from here. Right, so let's say VSL, that'd be a good template. If not, that'd be a good template also. Right, so you can find a template, build off of it, have different pages. But this is where I would go to set things up. Right, if you have a specific form or survey, it's a different entity. You can build a form here, build a survey, build a quiz, or even build a chat widget. Right, so these are all the other things, other tools that have you in store. Is with GoHighLevel, you can build a website. Right. The next point that I want to look at is automations. This is where a bulk, or literally most of the work that you're doing is, right? So I'm going to go through these one by one. So here we have one page. We have 5 folders: appointment automations, call automations, lead automations, spam filter automations, and time automations. Let's go one by one. Appointment automations means that appointment is, let's say you set up a call with a lead. These are the appointment automations, right? So the messaging and some of the workflows that we're doing to alert the lead. Call automations, if someone calls inbound, what happens to the lead, right? Lead automations, when a lead comes in, lead comes out, what workflows is there to text them, email them, move them across the pipeline, right? These are automations essentially to maneuver one lead from the other, to message them throughout the pipeline that we see in the opportunities tab. Spam filter prevents us from getting bombarded with so many spam messages that you're going to get from Indian people messaging you on Facebook. And time automations allows us, hey, if a lead comes in 24 hours, I'm going to move them down to the pipeline, right? Or if for a lead has been in here for 14 days, nothing's happened to it, we're going to automatically archive it, right? So for the sake of brevity, we're going to take a look here. This automation, auto archive leads after 14 days. This automation moves to needs follow-up, daily follow-up. And so you obviously want to check these as you do it. So the trigger is, it's in the sales pipeline. The lead is in follow-up 1. We're going to wait 12 hours, and then we're going to create an opportunity, right? And so here we're specifying the pipeline stage, the opportunity name, and we're calling where this lead comes from. Right, so these are automations, and we are automatically moving the lead down the pipeline through a certain stage of time, right? Of course, you can manually move the lead as well, but for us, I like to have a time automation to move the leads down the pipeline, right? And you can set that up yourself here. Spam filter automations, hide Facebook bot messages. Here, we've already built that in. Customer replies on Facebook, text spam, contains blah, blah, blah. These are the keywords that we see all the time, and Facebook will never contact you this way. They're always going to contact you through email. And so all these messages we put on D&D, right? This is already built, so you don't need to make any big changes here. You can just turn it on and make sure it's on so you don't get a bunch of spam messages in between your lead info. So lead automations. So here you can see there's a lot of workflows, some are in spam. So first we have our follow-ups, text and email. So this is where you notice you need to edit. For every workflow, I would strongly advise you to run a test, but more so keep everything in draft until it's ready to go. Then you would click live. Here you can look at the settings that you can have. You can have multiple opportunities, allow a lead to come in again, re-entries, you can look at specific timeline. Enrollment history, you can look at the workflows. So these are let's say like Bob just came in, did Bob get activated, right? Was he enrolled into this workflow? And then here you can also look at the execution logs, right? And see if it's working or not. So from here, the trigger, right? So every workflow has a trigger, right? So if it's in the sales pipeline, the lead is in follow-ups assigned, we're going to create an opportunity on the pipeline, right? And the pipeline stage is going to be need to follow up today, the opportunity value, and we're going to put the lead source, right? And the status is open, right? And then we here allow people to move things around, allow duplicate opportunities if you'd like. So from here, the first thing that they're going to get when they come in is they're going to get an email, right? They're going to get an email message, they're going to get a text. Then the next day, they're going to get another, we're going to wait 24 hours, and then day 2, we're going to send another email, right? Here are variables that you can go into the GoHighLevel directory to look at. You can set up these variables so that it'll say the contact's name and the location of the sub-account, right, for example. So here we have a sequence of 7 days to follow up with them. If you're ready to go, publish that. This is what happens if a lead replies. So this automation is, hey, if a lead has applied, I'm going to put a tag that they have replied, and we're going to notify everyone in our company to let them know that so-and-so has replied. Right? And then we're going to move them to the pipeline, leads replied, right? Because we have leads replied automation. So move to needs follow-up. This is an automation that says, hey, if someone responds, we're going to remove the reply tab. We're going to move them to needs follow-up. So someone needs to go take action and reply to the lead after a period of 24 hours. Move to unqualified. If we move a lead to unqualified, then we will create an opportunity that is unqualified, right? So here, if the person's name is, if someone has moved to the unqualified tab, they're going to get a message next to their name that says that they're unqualified. Moving to future follow-ups, if you want to create a workflow that, let's say this person I want to contact for like a 14-day period, then you can have an automation that's a trigger that moves this lead to a future follow-up sequence where you text and email all the leads. These are automatic call placements. I'm going to look at the one that's here. So this basically means that if a lead without call is booked to lead in, we're going to wait 5 minutes, and then we're going to create an opportunity. Right, so automatic call placement is if they come in and they haven't been booked or called, without call booked. Sometimes you want to differentiate when a lead comes in, they may not immediately just come into your CRM, as they might have an opportunity to call you. So if you want to present an opportunity to where you can sort the lead as it comes in, this is what we would do. Right. So the next part here is, this is very important. This is the start automation. So basically when a lead is created, so here a Facebook lead is created, page, we can pick the specific page and pick the specific form, instant form that it's selected. This lead is going to get a lead tag, an opportunity is going to be created on the pipeline, and myself, I'm going to get a notification through text and email, or other team members, the users, we're going to get a text and email that, hey, I got a new lead. Right, so this automation is extremely important to when the leads come in, they enter the pipeline, and that you also get a text and email message. Now, how do we make sure that is set up correctly, right? So before we get into the other automations here is settings. So when you go into settings, here you can add your business information, strongly advise you, but more so, the two parts that are very important is the staff. You can look at everyone that is assigned here. You know, add people as needed, your billing, add your cards, your calendar. But more so, these are the settings these are kind of redundant. If you want to look at your custom variables and values that you can have, they're all right here. You can configure them if you need to. Integrations is where you can control connecting different Facebook accounts. Right, so GoHighLevel's doing a little bug on me right now, so let me refresh the page. And then we're going to load up integrations. So now in integrations, you want to collect Google Calendar, all the accounts that are relevant to you that you want to connect. At least you can connect Slack, connect a specific Slack channel. If you want to send messages into Slack, connect Slack. All of these softwares, send them integrations if you want to use them or have any triggers. We've connected a Facebook page and Instagram account, and then you can specify through a specific ad account right here, right? And connect your Google Calendar to make sure that events are blocked off on the calendar. And then from here, even after you set up the integration, that's right here. The next thing that you need to do is you need to map the form fields, right? So these are different questions. You need to map these fields so that the information coming from the other platform, all these variables are routed into your CRM properly. Then when we have this automation, that's when things are going to fire correctly, right? Let's start automation. Now, Yeah, we've gone over the call automations. The next point is the appointment automations. So this is more so regarding the pipeline. So customer reply after lead is sent. So if a customer replies, we're going to move him down the pipeline to lead sent replied. Right. Here, move to appointment booked. If they are moved to appointment booked on the stage, we're going to remove the lead tag. It's going to add an appointment booked tab, so we know that this is appointment booked, and then we're going to create the opportunity. And we're going to remove them from the other workflows so that they don't keep getting text messages to get bookings. This is the automation when we move to lost. It's going to create a label and then remove the customer from opportunities. Right. Same thing here with close one. We're going to remove that. We're going to add labels to the lead so that it shows on the CRM. And we're going to remove them from all opportunities, all workflows, so that they don't get text and email messages. Right. Move to post-appointment reactivation. If they are moved here, they're going to get a post-appointment reactivation tab, and we're going to create an opportunity and put them through a different workflow to contact them. Right. Same thing here with proposal sent. If they are moved to stage on proposal sent on the opportunities tab, they're going to be removed from all other workflows because they've been sent a price or contract, stuff like that, and then it's going to be labeled onto the pipeline. So all in all, make sure that you go through all these automations and familiarize yourself and make sure everything is firing correctly, run tests, set up all the integrations that you need, and make sure everything is running smoothly, build out your website. And if you have any other questions regarding GoHighLevel, send us a message or watch any of our other tutorials.